Execution, they're gonna need to be precise with it if they want to prolong here in this best of 5 series. We're throwing over to our casters.
First and foremost, the counter index -2. What is that? But welcome to game number 3. This is where it gets real. Bigetron, they pull out something old, something we haven't seen for quite some time, the Granger. But with the court behind it, they have Poke, they have Shred, and they have Execute.
Let's see, will it come to fruition as we enter round 3? Ladies and gentlemen, who will take match point first? Will it be Bigetron by Vitality? Or will it be ONIC? Finn taken very low in the mid lane, still in the mix, forced to use the flicker early. But yes, again, ONIC and BTR here fighting for upper bracket finals. Let's see who will take game 3.
Yeah, there are a lot of ways to play this draft from Bigetron. Well, the main point is obviously going to be pick-up, or like execution we talked about, with the Tsunami Slam and trading damage from both gold laners, but they will regen respectively. But back to my point, obviously with the Tsunami Slam you can combo it with the Harley, you have a Gort, you know, with the Mystic Gush, and then obviously Iman with the Granger, right? Sky Piercer galore for Iman. If they do get the engage, Flicker!
Yep, Dark Wave. Now here comes Nile, who has L4, forced to use the deadly catch there. And it will force Lutpi in a tricky situation. That's going to be a jump again. Top lane, very low Lutpi. Struggling to get 4, forcing Keyboy to enter the mix.
Yo, that was so aggressive from Shogun, knowing that they can kill the Lapu Lapu with the Harley behind him. But Emblems by Bayu. Gusset Blast for the Phoveus, but Brave Smite for Lapu Lapu. As you would see, but if you see to pull yourself together from the Gord, hold on a minute, Keyboy gets collapsed on, but that's a Hilda. Super tanky. So now for Moreno, obviously he wants to cycle the Flicker, he needs that. He can't really run the Purifier, he doesn't even need to run the Purifier, you know, aside from that Lapu Lapu. At least the Flicker now will go even quicker, and he'll be able to make aggressive gameplays happen.
Seems like going to be Finn trying to zone out. That's going to be Kyrie picking up the turtle. Finn taken down. Shogun is not in a good position, as it will be another kill on the board for ONIC. It's still 0 kills for BTR as ONIC finds the turtle.
Yep, good start from ONIC. They were able to at least, you know, hold the damage from the Gourd coming into the Mystic Gush, and then they were able to get the turtle plus 2 kills. The kills attributed towards Lutpi and Kyrie. And now they will try to snowball with this lead. But let's take a look at this Hilda. This Hilda is super oppressive, tanky. You don't necessarily have access to the backline, but you can always be that forefront, you know, that valiant tank, just soaking in the damage, and then you can still deal damage at the same time. And you can play oppressively towards the jungle. Up against the Harley can't really burst you down unless, you know, the Harley gets ahead with the deadly magic and a few items in between. But so far, ONIC playing a good game, knowing that they are heavily threatened. And Iman goes for Hunter Strike first item instead of possibly a Fury Hammer plus a Sky Piercer or even a Sky Piercer. Because we've seen in the regular season, multiple Rangers, we've seen even Kenziski, Arfi, they go for that first item Sky Piercer. A bit of something that confuses me, because you really want to go for the fight when you have the Sky Piercer, especially with the Tsunami Slam on towards Kyrie.
Yep, that's going to be the, Mystic Gush combination. Kai shred it down. Nile picks up the kill.
Oh!
And they look to be finding the kill as well on towards Finn. It is still unfavorable for ONIC. Lutpi now getting engaged on the Dark Wave. Protected! Shogun finds a kill, and that will be the trade. It was a 2 for 2 as the turtle will spawn here. In the Lanadon.
Look at how strong Kyrie is with the Baxia. He's able to buy so much time. The Mystic Gush didn't really penetrate him through, especially with the Baxia mark. It helps a lot reduce the damage dealt towards you. So at least now the Baxia will be the punching bag, and that's good, because that enables Bigetron, hold on a minute, the Purify pop. That's a Mystic Gush as well, which means Bigetron will concede this objective.
Yep. Kai finds the turtle. That's going to be Keyboy in the back.
Nile!
Right as Nile! The Hilda pick finds value, as it will be another kill on the board for Lutpi. That's a double for the Lapu Lapu, as ONIC finally claims the turtle here in this game. Previously, it was all Bigetron's.
Lutfi is on a roll. 4 kills with Lapu Lapu. And you know what's worse than a Lapu Lapu? A snowballing Lapu Lapu. He's just gonna go in like that. And he has been the one accessing the back.
Yeah.
This is what is so good about the Lapu Lapu. Good nerd by BMI. See you later, nerd.
Red been like a book there as the structured top will be taken down. ONIC this time a different type of ONIC, at least in this series. First game, second game, no turtle has gone for the ONIC side. This time round 2. So that's the early game that they're seeking, that the panels were talking about. They want the early. This is an ideal start for ONIC.
Twist of fate, because in the previous game it was ONIC not having access to that objective like you said, and now it's ONIC having 2 in their bag. And look at this jungle control that you have, the bush control from T-Boy with the Hilda. That enables you to really play it. Sure, the river might belong to Bigetron Vitality. I mean, to an extent, ONIC can contest it. They have the Baxia with the Hilda too. But at least now you have control of the bushes, and this is where they can ambush the main carries. Super squishy. Iman, Harley as well in the hands of Niall. And so far, ONIC are doing a very good job at it. Item build by Dunya Games. Oh, look at Kyrie. He completes the curse helmet straight away. Yeah. Instead of holding on to the Molten Essence and building something else. So this really means he wants to go in. Tommy Slam.
That's engaged on the Mystic Gush. They want to take T-Boy down. They got it. Has a blazing red by Kelrock, who still has no Purify.
Oh,
great cover by Sans as Kai finds a kill onto his fin. That's gonna be, take a look at ONIC re-engaging BTR. Cannot escape from the pressure that is applied by ONIC.
Lutfi, and Lutfi again. Chasing down the members of Bigetron by Vitality. Finn and Shogun gone. Perfect turtle for ONIC. Wow, what a play. That almost looked like a botch. Blazing duet from Kelra, obviously with the Claude now. Only sitting at 1 item, I believe. Only the Corrosion Sight. You don't really have that much damage, because you would usually go for the DHS if you want to team fight quickly. And now the DHS has been completed. He might hit like a truck as of now, but it looks like ONIC wants to collapse onto this turret. No minions means they will abort the mission.
A good delay. They saw that, you know what, the firepower for BTR earlier is enough to clear the wave, so they're not willing to take that risk, at least just yet. 4K though still in hand for ONIC, which means, you know, that's what, a couple of items in difference, right? And BTR, they're still looking to find an equalizer. They're still looking for some sort of compensation, which ONIC right now, they're holding the map, they're holding the control, and if this continues, realize we might see ONIC taking match point.
Oh, possibly 2-1, but hey, if we have learned something from Bigetron, that is they never surrender. That might be the case where they want to fight back. I mean, they still have the possibility of the Granger, weaving those stacks still, stackless, the Sky Piercer. So that might be the turning point. But so far, this kind of like mid-trio that they have, like the Harley, the Gordon, the Kalea, isn't really working out, per se. I mean, sure, you do have that control, that damage, but they haven't really been able to get, you know, the kills that they really need. Moreno is still sitting on 0 kills. The Harley isn't as snowballing as you would expect. Genus 1 is there, but yeah, still chasing for the second item. So now that the Lord is here, ONIC, they are confident to fight this. But what about Bigetron? Will they concede this? Will they let it go to the hands of ONIC? Deadly Magic.
Yeah, pop up towards Sans, and looking at Kai sitting at level 12. It's hard for the Harley. That's the Tsunami Slam. They pull the trigger!
Oh!
With the combination of Mystic Gush and
Keyboy.
the lead one out. Keyboy zoning Amon out of the fight, but that's enough to distract. Keyboy buys a flicker. Here comes the rest of ONIC members looking for the collapse. They lose a Lutfi earlier on. It's a 1-for-1, but ONIC, they got the control. Still, they want to find the re-engage. Kara possibly into it, and down goes Shogun as Sans is in a prime position to provide cover. Niall cannot go anywhere. And Sans again with the engage.
Wow. I thought he was gonna go for more. Reno's gonna die.
The Maestro falls as Eman and Finn now left standing, defending in the mid lane, and ONIC takes
Suns!
more! Hila Suns finally taking a highlight here in the series.
It has always been Moreno, the maestro all around. And behind him creeps in Gila Sands, who finally has the spotlight shining on him. Wow, very bold juice in play with the left off again, just going in, diving in towards Eman. He loses his life, and ONIC also take the Lord to have full control of this game. Now let's rewind back a bit on that engage from Finn. That was a good engage going in towards Ludwig because they knew that Ludwig has always been the problem. They have the burst, they have the shred to take down the target instantly. And that is why they went for the Lapu Lapu, lest to not be disturbed when they want to fight the remaining members of ONIC. But after that, it seems like ONIC were so, very, very strong and resistant in trying to hold, and the rest you saw on how they were able to get the remaining kills. And now the Lord marching into the base. Holy shields will pop for sure. But this Lord is still the first Lord, so it'll fall easily.
It is still defendable, of course, here for BTR. 11 minutes in, ladies and gentlemen. Keep in mind, 7,500 gold lead. That's two big fights for BTR to neutralize the gold lead. And
Blue team turret has been destroyed.
in this position, in this state, ONIC, they're looking to take match point in a 2-1 fashion, folks. And let's see here, will they be able to do so? BTR, their late game, their high ground is okay. They have a Harley, they have a Gord, and they have Granger that can deal damage from range. That's gonna be Shogun though, isolated, will be taken down. Still 70 seconds on the clock for the next Lord, so BTR, they gotta tone it down.
I agree. Whoa, hold on a minute, Tat!
Oh my goodness, still.
He's gonna die!
Oh, that's the glowing wand, the burst and the DPS there combined. That's a big shutdown on Sans as Nile looking to resurrecting here for BTR.
Divine Glaive completed as well. Well, back to my point. I do agree, they have strong clear, high ground, strong clear, yes. But they operate on a cycle because they want a team, right? You have to wait for the Mystic Gush. You have to wait for the Tsunami Slam, the Deadly Magic. The Granger can't operate fully with the energy. If the energy runs out, then it's done. So they have to kind of ration out these resources. Wait for the perfect target, wait for the right target, and then you go in. Meanwhile, for ONIC, they can play front to back. I mean, sure, there's Lipsby over there.
Yeah.
Who will go all in with the bravest fighter, but then you still have the Claude. You still have Sans just going around with the Lantern Flare. Keyboard with the massive flank.
Yeah, that's gonna be some slam force on towards a member of ONIC!
Oh!
With the winner crown as well. Finds an angle to take the roamer down and take a look at the isolation on Shogun. Just before the Lord spawn as well. 2 members off the board equals to it's a free Lord for ONIC.
Blazing a duet to eternity. That was Kelra. Finally looking for that angle. They were too busy with the frontline members, and then Keller just came in, the gold standard again and again, proving that he is battle tested, that he does not falter in the big stage.
Wow.
The grace under pressure, all in his hands. And ONIC, they grasp this chance, this game, strong, not letting it go. And for Bigetron Vitality, this is bad news. It's 13 minutes, 16 kills for ONIC.
Yeah.
Eman has no kills, no snipe whatsoever. So who do you want to defend on? Right, maybe 9 looking for assassinations, but then ONIC are super tanky right now for most of the members. Let's take a look again at the item. A good pickup was the second item, Ice Queen Swan. He knows that Bigetron by Vitality always wants to go in. They want to re-engage again. But Ice Queen Swan kind of makes them feel a bit sluggish. It slows them down, disrupts them as well, which is very, very nice to have. And that early winner crown purchase, which is very, very nice from Kelran too. Now, obviously on cooldown, but I believe it'll be back up soon. Well, at least for Moreno, he's still hitting like a truck because, the Harley has the Genius Wand. And when someone gets affected by this spell, or like by an ability, obviously the magic resistance does decrease, and the Gourd can deal double damage, massive damage, which will be very good. But the question is, can they defend this?
Let's see, ONIC wants the top turret just for the far lane. Uh-oh, a little bit overextending. An overextension Hilda there in the mid lane. Shogun, though, will force to use the flicker. They got the top tier. Now, do they go for more time?
Kumar!
Come on. Oh, the fellow Filipino having fun there. That's going to be Lumpy actually taking kill. That spin, repositioning,
No!
got the lower two-man stun. Is it enough? Lumpy finds another kill on the board. That's going to be ONIC now applying more pressure as 3 base turrets runs out of BTR, obliterated, and BTR still looking to defend the wave here. Coming in, ONIC says it is enough. We got all the turrets, let's back away.
Yep, discipline. And patience is a virtue. They know Bigetron can still hit like a truck from afar. The artillery way of play style they have is very strong when you want to defend, but you can't really defend forever. That was a dive. Now, I do quite forget that this game, Kyrie plays Baxia. And we haven't really talked about his Kumar moments. Maybe in the back, he was, having fun with the man like you said. But hey, it's been a clean game from Kyrie with the Baxia. Oh, Flash of the Oasis for Finn. So, obviously he wants more sustainability, but yeah, 10k gold lead in the hands of ONIC. I don't know what'll shake them down.
Yeah.
The only way they can fail is possibly a blunder or maybe a massive team fight turnaround from Bigetron Vitality.
It means we can give you go pay earlier on. Scan the QR code a couple of seconds.
Rewind.
Gotta hit the rewind because we have reached a 10k gold. Gabsons with the flank. That's an aggressive flank. Niall isolated. The Harley cannot get out.
Come on,
look at Kimo and Kai! Just zoning him on out. And this will be the opening that ONIC wants to get match points. Now Niall finds a recall. That's going to be San still just applying pressure on it. Can they go for more? It seems like the Lord is just calling ONIC out at this point, and that will be the call. Should be, right?
Oh, look at that lightning truncheon splash
Go for the
damage.
end.
They're forcing it. They might look the famous fighter.
Yeah, that's going to be Finn now, the leader. The Sans finds the tail. Mystic Gush forward. Crimson Beacon defensively by Sans. Now, take a look at the base. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to game 4 with ONIC sitting at match points.
One win away from finally slaying their kryptonite. And ONIC does it in amazing fashion. In such poise. Such composure, full discipline implemented on that last push. They were kind of gambling with the outcome as well, but they knew they had the power to go in. They had what it takes to go further into the base. And now as the worlds collide, it is upside down for Bigetron by Vitality. They were elated in game 1. Up in the clouds, on cloud 9. But hey, the clouds, they belong to the Sky Kings.
They forgot that there is a team above the sky, and so far, so good for a team, and that is ONIC. Not done just yet, but they're in a good position now. Bigetron under pressure. Can they force a game 5? Will we have realized the first time here in Velodrome Season 17 a 5th game?
Yep. We haven't seen it go that extent, right? No,
not just yet. 5
games played just yet. But hey, the Red Robots are entering painful territory. This is the Velodrome. This is ONIC's lair.
The Jakarta is ONIC's lair.
Everything is ONIC's lair, but hey, they need to reopen the machinery again, fix some malfunctions, and maybe reset, go online again for game number 4. Take a look at the replay here. The ending was very, very close. Again, I told you they had the damage, they had the shred. Genius Wand, plus the Gourd. The Mystic Gush was so good to keep everything at bay. But Lunti, man, what a monster. Just wreaking havoc left and right. And Eman, it doesn't make it better because he was practically not allowed to play the game. No, I think there was a Sky Piercer stack for him, but he ended up with something like 7 Sky Piercer stacks. That was very hard to swallow, that reality. The ONIC knew that they had this opportunity to end the game quickly. 2-1, Bigetron hanging on a thin thread before they drop to the brackets. Can they do the comeback? Eterna.
Bude.
And Bude, sorry. Take it away.
Di antara para Sonic, Bude di sini bertemu dengan coach dari ONIC Pertiwi, ada Coach Chico.